Welcome back, YouTube. We're here on Thursday, week 1, July 2026. We will do Impact tonight. Also, we will look at our champions first. Digital Media Champion is Matt Vandegrift in his second reign. Grand Champion is Claudio Castagnoli in his first. Knockouts Tag Team Champion is Alexa Nicole and Daria Brunetto. Denny Jackson is Knockouts World Champion. World Champion is still Ace Austin. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa is two-time World Tag Team Champion. And then Finn Balor is X Division Champion. Not bad. Okay, Randy Orton and Sami Zayn are feuding here, and well, they both trade shots for 75, which is not bad. Tony Storm defeated Paige Van Zant with a strong 0 for a 63, and then Cash Wheeler holds an angle where he hops up the Impact Zone, TNA the Impact Zone 2K26 for a 61. Chris Jericho attacks Ace Austin, thinking that it may bring him more in the rankings of the World Championship. Austin Theory defeated AJ Styles with an 8-count down for a 64. Drew Parker defeated Bobby Roode with a moonsault for a 43. He just returned from injury. And then Chris Jericho is shown sneaking into the locker room and quickly grabbing his bags ready to run. As he turns to escape, he finds Ace Austin standing in the doorway, having finally trapped him. All we know is Ace Austin closes the door, leaving the camera stuck outside. Shayna Baszler defeated Becky Idol with a Kimura for 41. And then Lethal Injection versus the Rascals. Zachary Wentz pinned Adam Brooks with the bite the curb following interference from Marshall Von Erich for 67. We then see Tony Storm flirting with Marshall Von Erich for 73. And then Seth Rollins defeated Bryan Danielson by pinfall with a curb stomp for 63, not bad. And Ace Austin makes defense number 9 of the TNA World title. Well, Dolph Ziggler is unhappy and wants to leave. He has requested that he be released from his contract. Okay, we see Jeff Hardy compliment Ace Austin on his recent performances, saying he may not have won them clean, but he's what's carrying the company at the moment. Marshall Von Erich is kind of belittled by Bryan Danielson for flirting with Tony Storm. Alex Shelley and Cash Wheeler versus the Von Erichs. When the Von Erichs defeated Alex Shelley and Cash Wheeler when Alex Shelley was counted out while fighting Marshall Von Erich for 63. AJ Styles defeated Austin Aries with the Styles Clash for 63, not bad. An angle featuring Batista where he enters the announcing team for an 84. And then our match gets a 71 and it's Ace Austin defeating Christian Cage with the fold. Okay, we start the show off with AJ Styles versus Claudio Castagnoli for a 48. And then Batista joins the announcing team, in which we see Ace Austin versus Dustin Rhodes. But there was interference from Batista. Dustin Rhodes sustained a torn Achilles. I can't go no further. Something's up. Okay. Jeff Jarrett's music hits, and he says, due to Ace Austin not only cheating to win, but also injuring Dustin Rhodes, in the fact that Cash Wheeler will be a part of Dustin Rhodes' tag team tonight, and another choice of Dustin Rhodes' choice, and that Jeff Jarrett better find him a tag team partner. Then we see Bobby Roode versus High Spirit Jeff Joe for a 29. And then we do see it. It's Ace Austin, Marshall Von Erich versus Cash Wheeler and Finn Balor. in which Ace Austin pinned Cash Wheeler with the House of Cards for a 78. Okay, Cash Wheeler and Bryan Danielson to TNA Impact by promoting the new game that is in development, which is TNA The Impact Zone 2K26 for a 67. And we see the Dirty Hills versus Heavy Spirit Heavy Metal for a 50. And we see James Storm defeated Low-Key with a lung blower 53. Matt Vandegrift versus Chris Danger. Matt Vandegrift makes defense number one, the TNA Digital Media title. And Finn Balor versus Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler actually defeated Finn Balor with a full Nelson Slam. And then we see Austin Theory versus Christian Cage for 56. And then Ace Austin comes out and says that he is the most defending champion that this company's seen in the last couple of years. And Jeff Jarrett and Rhino come out. Rhino is Jeff Jarrett's bodyguard now. But Jeff Jarrett comes out and he says, well, tonight we will hold a match of AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins, and the winner will go to face you at the next pay-per-view. And he also says if you or any of your goons get into the match at any point, or even jump on commentary, it will be you versus AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins at the next event. So Sami Zayn and Ace Austin hold an angle in the back. Sami Zayn is kind of still mad about his title. And Ace Austin says, you know, if you help me, I can help you get your title back. He says, what I need you to do is make sure that AJ Styles will make sure to win. Make sure Seth Rollins takes a bump dive is what he's saying. But Drew Parker defeated Dean Mahatma with a moonsault. Chris Jericho versus Ace Austin. Chris Jericho was trapped for a 70. And the match of Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles gets a 75. And Seth Rollins defeated AJ Styles with the curb stomp. But it was after AJ Styles was knocked out. 9 regions it lost. Okay, we start Impact off with Bryan Danielson and Randy Orton arguing that Randy Orton's arguing that he should be the world champion contender, and Bryan Danielson's arguing that he should be. Justin Edge makes his return as the fill-in general manager while Jeff Jarrett is out injured. He says, sorry, but you will neither face. We are going by Jeff Jarrett's standards, he says. Sami Zayn and Tony Storm are backstage, and Sami Zayn's getting ready for his match tonight with Brock Lesnar. Marshall Von Erich comes out while Chris Bay is holding a promo, and Chris Bay is saying that Ace Austin's changed and that he's the worst person he's met and didn't even know. Marshall Von Erich attacks Chris Bay with a chair. And then we see Aaliyah James versus Danny Luna. Danny Luna defeated Aaliyah James with a bridging German suplex for a 20. John Cena made his return from filming. And it's AJ Styles versus Bryan Danielson. AJ Styles did defeat Bryan Danielson with a springboard 450 splash for 62. And then Drew Parker defeated Chris Sabin with a flying foot stomp. But Sami Zayn defeated Brock Lesnar after a distraction from Ace Austin. So maybe, just maybe, Sami Zayn is out of the... Maybe Sami Zayn will get his title back, as Ace Austin promised. But Brock Lesnar starts tossing shots at Ace Austin, and Ace Austin keeps dodging them, and he just starts a flurry of boxing punches. a fury of boxing punches, putting Brock Lesnar to the ground. And then we see Seth Rollins versus Jeff Hardy. Seth Rollins defeated Jeff Hardy with a curb stomp for a 61. Whoops. And then here's the main event. It's an 83, and it's Ace Austin versus Laredo Kid. And Ace Austin defeated Laredo Kid with an Aces High for an 83. Something I really love about Laredo Kid is no matter who I pair him with, it's automatically like an 80 or a 70, which is a beautiful competitor. When I say that, meaning we could put him against Seth Rollins and he'd get an 80 something, or put him against John Moxley. Remember all them John Moxley matches we had Laredo Kid with? They was getting like 70 and 75. Even their fourth match still got 70, which is, I believe, pretty good. Okay, Matt Vandegrift defeated Ryan Nemeth in 9 minutes and 34 seconds with a butterfly suplex. And Matt Vandegrift makes defense number 2 of the TNA Digital Media title for 57. And then we see Danny Jackson defeat Denny Luna, making defense number 5 of her TNA Knockouts World title. And then Bryan Danielson versus Claudio Castagnoli, which is a great match, I must say. But Claudio makes defense number 5 of the TNA Grand title. Marshall Von Erich holds an angle. And it's showing him arrive with Ross. Alex Shelley versus Bobby Roode for 40. Alex Shelley defeated Bobby Roode with a Border City stretch. And then Drew Parker defeated Lucky Holly with a moonsault for a 73. And then we see AJ Styles defeating Jeff Hardy for 50. AJ Styles wins the International Heavyweight title. AJ Styles has a gimmick that is getting still, so I'll have to, But Finn Balor is walking to a ring when out of nowhere Batista attacks him and connects the spear, leaving Finn Balor out cold. And then Batista picks him up again and does a Batista bomb off the stage. So, does this certify Sami Zayn turning heel? Well, he was actually already a heel, but Sami Zayn wins the TNA X Division title back. And Finn Balor's reign was 20 days long. But we see Seek and Destroy versus the Von Erichs versus DIY versus Chris Jericho and Christian when Jacob Fatu defeated Christian Cage with a pin with a Samoan drop. Seek and Destroy win the TNA World Tag Team titles for 65. And yes, there's a bunch of red down here, I know that. But due to everyone being good in teams, except for Jacob and Zilla, which we'll have to do them on some house shows to get them better at. Seek and Destroy is the World Tag Team Champions. Seth Rollins makes a spectacular over-the-top entrance, rising from the ground in a throne, wearing the Ace Club Slayer t-shirt that he is trying to sell. The match gets an 80. Seth Rollins wins the TNA World title, and the crowd is just going wild because it's the first time they've seen Ace Austin lose in like 2 or 3 months. He's been undefeated. In fact, you can't even call the one loss that Ace Austin had a loss because it was a count out, and it was an intentional count out. So before that, he never even lost. If we don't count the count out, the intentional count out, then Ace Austin hasn't lost in a little over, 4 or 5 months, which is amazing. That is a great match right there. That is a great match. 65, the show increased our popularity in 29 regions. We would have gained popularity in one American region, but growth was restricted due to the limited number of viewers there. And the crowd was disappointed we didn't get any matches them to storytelling. Okay, okay. I guess I do have to do the experience things better.